Hello, and welcome to the Venue Coach Blueprint for Owners. I'm Kyle Labar. This podcast is all about helping you fill your wedding venue with more bookings, earn more from each one, and keep your customers happy for a long time. We'll also talk about some tough times and big lessons that I've learned along the way. Let's dive in together and make your venue the best spot for weddings. Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of the Venue Coach. And in light of the season, especially here in Dallas being rainy season, I wanted to talk a bit about handling weather challenges. So we recently, actually last week, we had a wedding that was scheduled to have outdoor ceremony, and then the forecast was rain. So what did we do? And what do you do? And the questions remains the same, but the answers may vary. What One of the reasons why we built our wedding chapel was to mitigate that problem. But I've seen a lot of different ways to handle that, and so I wanted to talk about some of the ways that I've seen, and I honestly want to get people's opinions and see what everybody else does because I'm really interested in ensuring that our couples are able to still have the best day of their lives despite Mother Nature doing her worst. So what we did before this year was if it was raining, we said the backup plan is to move it all inside and to do a room flip. So that's something that we are willing to do. And so we let everybody know that that was the contingency plan. We also have a big porte cochere outside in the front entrance, and we have had ceremonies there with smaller parties, and that is the extent of our abilities. I have seen as well other venues that have maybe some tents that they have set up and that sort of thing, but you get into a situation where everyone's sloshing around in the mud. So we want to avoid that. This year, the difference is we have built our chapel, its standalone building, and now the weather contingency is let's move to the chapel. And that has actually gotten us a number of bookings. And it's not just rain, it can be extreme heat or cold. So I know that there are plenty of venues out there that do not have any heating or cooling. And so that gets into a tricky situation. And it's not uncommon to see venues like that be closed for the winter, especially, but also on the hottest summer days, it's hard to get any bookings like that. So what do you do when you're in that situation? And I've often thought about that. And there's no easy answer. It, it it's simple to say, oh, just build another building or retrofit some some space, so a HVAC system or something like that into your existing venue, but that can be quite costly. So the breakdown of that, it's costly, yes, it's expensive, but could it be costing you more to not do it? And that's the question that I have, and the question that we actually faced when we were deciding to build our chapel or not. The question was, will we get more business because of the chapel being in existence? And so in any business investment, it's very typical to have a return on investment within 5 to 10 years. So for us, we were estimating that our chapel would cost $300,000 to build. It actually wound up being a bit more than that, but that's the estimate they were using when we were making our determination. So we said, can we realistically make $30,000 to $60,000 more a year from having this chapel? And we looked at our summer months, which very hot in Texas. Last year we had 50, 60 days of 106-degree heat with no rain. That's hot. Nobody wants to get married outside in that. And that was the big determining factor. So we looked at our summer month bookings and they were very, very few. And we said, if we can only capture the Saturdays during these months, then it will be worth it. And so that was about 12 extra events a year. Fast forward, we have the chapel, and now we are booking an extra 21 to 30 events a year. So almost doubling our hope. So our return on investment is taking half of the time that we had expected it. So I can't give you an answer for your specific situation, but what I can do is say that if you're looking at the numbers, and it's area dependent, this is not a blanket statement, this is not for everybody, it's area dependent. If in your area you still see a high number of weddings that are taking place during those months that you're closed or that you're really slow, then there is a high likelihood that you can capture a good chunk of those if you either outfit your existing location or build your new structure. And so it's not just the cost. It's not just the cost of the building that you're doing, but it's the opportunity cost of not doing it. And that's what you have to weigh. So, I digress because the podcast wasn't meant to be like, oh, go build or spend lots of money on this thing. But it is worth noting on how to permanently deal with weather challenges is to completely take it out of the equation, and that gives peace of mind to your couples. So that's the solution though that we have had for ourselves. At our other venue, we actually had space inside. We have space inside for an indoor chapel. And so there's indoor chapel, outdoor ceremony spot, so it's already in existence, which is perfect. So either way, there's a great peace of mind that is given to the couples when they know that they have a weather backup. And that's really what it comes down to. So if you're unable or unwilling to spend lots of money to make a weather backup that would be ideal, at least have a good weather backup just in general. So even if that's a room flip, just say, oh yeah, we do a room flip. We can do it real quick. It's super simple and it's not going to be a big deal. We've done it a few times before. Most of the time, it's not a big deal. So we just want to convey assurance to the couples so that they do not see that as a drawback from booking with you. So that's my suggestions and my thoughts around how to deal with weather. And I hope that this was insightful for you and useful. If it was, please drop a comment. Let me know how you handle weather contingencies at your venue. And if it's been useful, please share and subscribe. And I will see you in the next one.